As the Senate begins this new year and new session, millions of Americans are yet again having life disrupted by a new and surging variant of the coronavirus. Thus far, there's cause for optimism. The rapidly spreading Omicron variant seems to cause milder disease than previous iterations. By now, a huge portion of our population has some immunity through our remarkable safe and effective vaccines or through prior exposure. And our healthcare providers know much more today than they did 2 years ago. Unfortunately, the last few weeks have also exposed big gaps between the Biden administration's promises and the reality under their leadership. In 2020, then candidate Biden promised he would shut down the virus. That clearly has not happened. Back when the virus had killed 220,000 Americans, then candidate Biden said anyone who's responsible for that many deaths should not remain as president of the United States. Now, almost 4 times that many people have died. Now, look, nobody's solely blaming this administration for this mutating virus. But nobody forced Democrats to campaign on those promises and attacks. They chose to do that, but they haven't governed accordingly. It's been nearly a year since President Biden inherited 3 vaccines and a distribution operation that was already putting 1 million shots in 1 million arms every day. That was before this administration took office. What new solutions do Democrats have to show for a full year in power? Where's their 2021 equivalent to our 2020's Operation Warp Speed? What did they produce in 11 months besides angry speeches about the vaccines they inherited? Why does the pandemic in January 2022 feel so eerily similar to the pandemic in January of 2021, except that this administration happened to get lucky with an apparently less dangerous variant? After a year of this administration, families are still having trouble tracking down testing for work, school, travel, or even peace of mind. This administration has limited important treatments. They've dragged their heels on promising innovations. They've been inexplicably slow to disperse relief funds for hospitals and providers that Congress set aside ages ago. They've used odd, alienating rhetoric around the vaccines they inherited. And remember last spring when our Democratic colleagues spent $1.9 trillion on a supposedly COVID-related spending bill, only 9% of it went to the actual fight against COVID. Just 9% of the $1.9 trillion authorized last March. So this all-Democratic government spent its first year distracted, and the country is feeling the consequences.